What's up, baby dolls? I want to speak to you about something, but first, check out this cute Pikachu with a love heart. Make sure you're with strong believers. All right, make sure you're with strong believers. I'm going to play for you some pump music. I always play for you the pump music, friends. I have a whole list for you, okay? Make sure you're with strong believers. That's it. I had an epiphany. It's been a while because I've looked at the whole crypto space and every angle, every peephole with consent that I know you're watching is accounted. And you can see that these strong communities, they might not have the prices that everybody desires, but they are surviving. And every time there is a flush up with liquidity, there is a flush up, money printing, whatever the hell it is coming in through the Bitcoin avenues, the people with the loudest megaphones, they are eventually going to capture people. They will. It builds conviction, man. It builds. And the louder the megaphone, obviously the more powerful. There's gatekeepers everywhere. Some megaphones are bribed. They're paid for megaphones. So you're not guaranteed that you're even going to be relevant all the time. You're not guaranteed. But I'm just telling you now, when you look back at all these other coins that just never made it, there's a reason why they never made it. And you can see it. And it's because, for example, there was nobody talking about them on Twitter and YouTubes. And there are a few obvious examples we can use, friends. One comes to mind, EOS, for example. EOS, this is the EOS BTC chart. It's literally a chart of nightmares, right? You're like, oh, look what happened to EOS. Man, and EOS, friends, EOS had the number 2 developers in crypto, number 2. All right, they were meant to be an Ethereum killer. They were even number 2 around here. It's just, they just couldn't have any product market fit. Now, don't worry if you're scared, because it's not just EOS didn't have any product market fit. They didn't even have anything to at least show. They have 180,000 Bitcoin sitting in there that they raised $4 billion for. It just sits there. They're doing nothing. I don't know what's going on. Their Reddit had 3 replies. No one's there. Okay? No one's tagging it. No one cares. There is no community. There's no EOS maxis. There's no EOS tattoos. Okay, so you see that, and it's a clear example. Okay, well, no one's talking about you. You're gone. All right. Now, for everyone else, though, there's something to think about, because it's not necessarily guaranteed that your coin will go up and recover, but we have some examples, at least, friends, to show us now there is a bit of hope. And one of them, which I've made a video about before, is Tron. Now, Tron, friends, such a marvelous chart. Justin Sun coin, right? Now, remember, this is a monthly chart, friends. This is a monthly chart. And yeah, man, there's a lot of pain. Look at this. Tron literally, this was not even a real pump. Tron literally did nothing for 2021. It's literally just flunked it and it got nowhere, okay? So, but this part was Tron basically dying on its poopiness, and now it's actually coming back. It's coming back for an early run. It's wonderful to see, right? A lot of people are curious about Tron's adoption. Now, remember, Justin Sun had a different approach. They wanted just people to use stable coins and stuff for Tron for payments, and naturally, maybe it would grow bigger in the network, in the network size. Now, it's completely skipped 2021, so we all just read it off and go, well, the idea didn't work. Your whole idea of just getting people to use stable coins on your chain, it didn't make anybody want to buy the coin. The valuation didn't get higher. But slowly, they're still committing to it. The Tron army they're not giving up, friends. They're not giving up. It's actually beautiful to see. But actually, friends, if you really want to see the real chart, okay, the real chart for Tron is the TRX BTC. And this is the real Tron chart. Yes, this is Tron versus Bitcoin. And this is actually, friends, if we can actually send this thing up, okay, I can't tell you how happy I'm going to be. This is going to be amazing. If Tron can actually, all it's got to do is go another 4x from here. But that's actually bigger. That'll be 40 billion market cap right now. It's just got to do that, man. Oh, please do that, friends. Because Tron Army, it would just pave the way for things like PulseChain, Hex, XRP, everyone else. By the way, XRP Army, another one as well. If they can just show the world that they can grow, all right, it's the example, the pinnacle. Oh my gosh, you guys did not give up when 2021 bull market completely skipped you. You still didn't give up. DeFi, you weren't benefiting from the Ethereum rally or the gaming narrative or the metaverse narrative. DeFi 1, DeFi 2, they had stuff on it, but you weren't profiting from it. Okay, so that would be the wet dream of everyone if we could actually see that happening, because it would be a testament to the character and the belief of the Tron army if they battled through a whole cycle and they still prevailed. Same as XRP. Remember, XRP has its third cycle curse in 2021. Corrupt SEC went after them. If they can battle it through, it will prove to everyone that it doesn't matter if you have a bull market that cuts your legs, right? If you stay around, you'll make it in the next one. But be careful, because I don't want you to then get complacent and think, oh, these communities went, my coin community can. No, it's got to be super unique, man. It has to be unique, friends, because there's only one Hex and one PulseChain community. There's only one Richard Hart type of community. Tron, XRP, they're unique. They're not everywhere. It's not like everyone's going around with all these tattoos and stuff everywhere, okay? But it is something to think about. So that's why I've had this eureka moment to basically let you know, right? I'm inclined to believe that if an altcoin community has people tagging it on Twitter and engaging, then it will finally make it. Feel it, man. You can feel it too, right? You can feel it too. But just, there's pros and cons to that, right? It's a blunt indicator though. So we'd go to Twitter, look at the tags, because you got to remove all the the Asian bot traders and all these other random guys just tagging EOS because it's a random bot. You actually got to see the community. You got to feel the community. Okay, so it's absolutely there's no arguments about hey, does the PulseChain community exist? We know, man. There's 170 content creators, 70 plus streamers. You have the Hex conference every year, the PulseChain conference every year. You have $1 billion sitting in there, potentially the billionaire. All these things are basically telling you everything to line up. It just, we know we're bullish. You're bullish on deep value contrarian stuff. You know that, friends. But the next part is that's the tough part. Is go, okay, where are you expensive? Are you expensive 3x higher, 10x higher? Where are you expensive? I want you to know. So, by the way, if people say, oh, we're going to go 100x and I'm going to sell. Yeah, what you're saying is we're expensive at 100x. We shouldn't be up there. Otherwise, you wouldn't be selling. Okay, so you're basically hoping there's greater falls up there every single time. So the language of what people use, you just got to be a bit more sharp with that. So where do you think fair value is? That's another one to think about. Do you think market's going to go up 100x and then drop 90%? If it is, you think, okay, we should be only 10x higher. That's our fair value. And remember in markets as well, the lower your number you say, people get offended because, oh, you're not worth that much, right? It's a harsh reality. It's kind of like telling a kid, yeah, you're a B student. You know what I mean? You're not an A, but you're a B student. You'll never be an A plus student. It's tough. We grade each other like that, right? But you're here just to buy low. That's it. You don't know where this thing's going to land. And friends, the best thing about markets, man, is, let's say when you're betting in the bookkeeper, let's say very basic betting, and you're betting on a football league. Well, if your team comes fourth from last, so they were coming last and they got up to fourth, you don't get a payout. Okay, you can bet on it though, you know what I mean? But that don't give you big odds in bookkeeper markets. But in crypto, if your coin is last, literally Hex, and then you go to fourth, you've made more money than everybody who's picked top 10 and stayed in top 10. You made infinitely more. Your gains crushed them. See, so it's that switch. It really is a game. And that's why it's one of the greatest games ever. That's why it's inspiring if you can win like that. It really is. Right? Examples of it like this include, let's say boxing matches or UFC. You don't have to be the best fighter in the world, but if you can get people who don't even watch the game, don't even watch the sport, to be interested enough to watch you have Conor McGregor type of engagement. You have people paying pay-per-view. They want to see the fight. They want to hang out with their friend. They want a big thing with the fight. They want all the memes. They want all the drama. And then that's how they get big run-ups in terms of the media pushes, interviews, and then you get a big payout. But you're not the best in the world. You don't need to be the best in the world, right? So the competition and the act of playing the game and being in the game, it really is important. It's an important concept to understand. That's markets, man. You're playing. It's literally just playing. It's almost, think about this game though, right? Hey, what's the best burger in the world? Well, you don't even know its name. You'd have to guess which ones. Most people wouldn't have heard of the best burger in the world. But hey, name me a burger that comes to your mind. Big Mac. So think about it. When you just say, hey, what's the best? Okay, think about what's best. Best for what goal? Well, if you had a competition and you're like, hey, what's the best coin? And your competition was like, okay, you will win points in this competition if your coin is top 10 in the next 4 years and it stays top 10. Okay, yeah, you get something. But if you bought that coin, what's your return going to be? Solana is only 4.4x to flip Ethereum. You know, so think about that. Let's say it happens. Okay, you got a 4.4x on your. Let's say it doesn't flip ETH. Let's say it stays here. Okay, so you match ETH from here. Just give you an example. Now, what about you pick the coin that was coming like rank 300, and then it made it to like rank 40. It just like shot up, and then yeah, maybe dropped 99% in the bear market after that. But you killed it. You killed it. Now, finding it is a different story because as you go further down the rank, there's more and more things to choose from, more and more errors to make. But you just get to see it's worth it, man. It's worth being in the casino. And also, friends, you get to see, right, as people are longer in the game, it attracts bigger capital. And then these people, they don't want to enter. They don't have the mental energy and the botheredness. They don't have the belief and the desire like I do 18 hours a day to actually find smaller cap stuff and to actually sit here with balls of steel and actually go, guess what? Titanium nuts, not going anywhere. Try kick them. Try kick them. I give you permission. Try kick them. Okay? You'll hurt your foot. You see? So if they could do this, they would. They can't. Their capital's too big. So then what they end up doing, friends, as their market cap gets bigger of their portfolio, their size gets bigger, they're like always saying, oh, the stock market's up 8% this year. I made 80%. I'm 10 times better than the stock market. Wow. Just be happy. Wow. You know, but you're not here for that, man, because these guys got to move, you know, $8 million clips. You have to move like $800, you know, so you making 80% not changing your life, especially when you can risk the whole thing. So that's why, friends, people tagging on Twitter, also looking at YouTube, I think it's a very, very obviously blunt indicator. And by blunt, I mean like, oh, it doesn't tell you much for the price, but obvious in terms of like, well, if you look back in like from the future, trying to imagine ourselves in the future, and people go, how did you know it was going to survive? I go, I don't know. Everyone kept talking about it, no matter how low the price went. Hex went 99.8% down. People still talking about it. It's still there. Okay. By the way, when coins go down, you don't expect people to feel good. You just need people not to abandon. You get it? Difference. You can't get anybody to feel good when things go down, and you can't get anybody to feel sad when the thing goes up. You can't. Your emotions are linked. Monthly candles red, I want to kill myself. Monthly candles green, I am so euphoric, I'll jump off a building. I think I can fly. It's literally like that. That's crypto. So your goal is not to try like weed through these emotions. You'll never get that. You'll never get that. And if you are reading people like that, they're faking it. They're like, oh, it doesn't bother me. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you're one of the first 3 people to buy. The other 9,000 like offside. Just give you an example, okay? So your goal is to see, hey, still there, man. You guys still there, not quitting? You're still not quitting? By the way, people can quit. You just think about it. You got a tattoo now. There's conferences. Just think about the game. The game got bigger, right? So if you just go back and check the coins, right, in 2021, that never came back. We saw EOS. You know, you've seen these coins that never go back. Most of them, right, they didn't have a community that was living on Twitter. Other things took over. Okay, you didn't have any of these metrics that showed you that there are people alive there. Yeah, and this is ground-filled research. You can't just get this from looking at, you know, a balance sheet statement or anything, right? And hopefully, friends, now I've given you this, you can filter out the poopy coins so you can start to believe in the strong coins. It's not about the coin strength itself, it's about the community behind it. Because that's ultimately what you're riding behind, the network effect that's growing. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.